The COVID-19 pandemic, without we realize, has hit us for almost 2 years. Yes, 2 years. This pandemic has had a lot of impact on our country and our life. The government has also taken all possible steps to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. However, why is this pandemic still continuing? Even though the other countries have been able to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic, what can we do as a society to make Indonesia and our life better in the future? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable judges and audiences in this good day. First of all, let us praise the Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Because of His blessing, we can come here to join this English speech contest. And I hope we are all in good condition and always get healthy and happy. Secondly, peace and salutation may everlastingly be upon to our great Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to the brightness. Let me introduce myself. My name is Syahan Maula Ammar. I'm from Smp Techno Insan Kamil Tuban, and I want to say thank you for giving me a chance in this competition. Ladies and gentlemen, in this nice occasion, I would like to tell you about united attitude to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic. The coronavirus has hit us since the beginning of 2020. The coronavirus infection, called COVID-19 or coronavirus disease 2019, was first discovered in the city of Wuhan, China, at the end of December 2019. This virus spreads very quickly and spreads to almost all countries, including Indonesia, in just a few months. Starting from the news about the first case of coronavirus infection in Indonesia, now the virus has spread widely in Indonesia. After hearing the news about the coronavirus in Indonesia, the government and all Indonesian people felt trepidation and afraid with the spread of coronavirus. The government has also doing everything possible to solve this problem. For exactly, urging the public to comply with health protocols such as staying at home, wearing masks when outside the house, maintaining cleanliness, and avoiding crowds. The government has also established systems such as online learning and work from home to prevent the physical contact between citizens. But not few of the people who consider this problem trivial. Many of them still don't want to follow the health protocols. There are even many cases of raid on residents who are suspected having gathered or hanging out. And of course, this is an obstacle to prevent the spread of the COVID-19. This must also be a big job for the government and especially the medical personnel who are fighting desperately to overcome the rise of patients infected by the coronavirus. The government also doing steps to minimize the spread of the COVID-19 with vaccination. But the government must also ensure that the vaccination run as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, until now, the coronavirus is still growing out there. Thankfully, the spread is not as severe as in the previous year. But why does this pandemic still continue? Even though the other countries have been able to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic like Australia or China, this question is still stuck in my head to this day. Even though the government has also exerted all effort for the people, however, I realize that the obstacle to this problem is that we, as citizens of Indonesia, yes, ourselves. The longer this pandemic passes, the more I realize that people will no longer be afraid and wary of this virus. There's even some news saying that the coronavirus has developed and it's becoming increasingly deadly and dangerous. Ladies and gentlemen, we as citizens of Indonesia must be able to make our country better in the future and increasing our sense of unity as citizens of Indonesia. Starting from simple things like following the health protocols, such as staying at home, wearing masks, and not crowding. Let's prove to the world that Indonesia can also overcome this pandemic that has hit us for almost 2 years with our united attitude as Indonesian citizens. As like the word, where there is unity, there is always victory. Always remember that. The honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, that's all a little speech that I can say. I apologize previously if I had mistake or said word or less willing heart in your heart, both of which I say it on purpose or not. Akhirul kalam, wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.